Okay, hello everybody and welcome to the live play of the Alien Isolation Nintendo Switch port. This is Aaron Percival, aka Corporal Hicks, and behind me I have my lovely assistant, aka Mrs. Hicks. She'll be checking out the YouTube chat for any questions or anything that you guys want to throw up, and I will try and answer as I play through. So I've already played a couple of missions, but I'm going to start it again from scratch. I'll play it through on medium, so I don't get absolutely destroyed by the alien. Because as much fun as it might be for me to be sat in a lock of 10 minutes waiting for the moment to come out, it might not be great for you guys. So Alistair's asking if Prototype's any good. You know what, Alistair? Prototype was really good. Really good. Probably about 7 out of 10 for me. A lot better than the Alien Isolation novel, actually, funnily enough, because that one left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth. But Prototype I really enjoyed because it did something different with the typical aspects of the alien.
Third officer reporting. The other members of the crew: Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley.
Pantimars. We actually already have done an episode on the Isolation book. I think it was
signing off.
97, maybe? Not the last one, but the one before that.
Ripley? I'm Samuels. I work for the company. It's about your mother. We think we may have found her, Amanda. A commercial vessel, the Anisadora, has recovered what we believe to be the flight recorder unit of the Nostromo.
Where?
Zeta Reticula.
What did it tell you?
We don't know. The unit was taken to Sevastopol station. It's proprietorial material, so the company wants it to be collected as soon as possible. Sevastopol's a supply depot in the region. It's a permanent...
I know we have probably all played the game before, but I'm going to try and not talk over the cutscenes. Just because I try not to. So I'll answer the questions in a few minutes.
We're going to travel out.
We?
Me and another exec. And you, if you're willing. Look, Ripley, when this job came across my desk, I read the case history. I know why you're working in the region where she went missing. You're still looking, aren't you? I've been cleared to offer you a place on the Torrance if you want to come along. Maybe there'll be some closure for you.
Okay. So, what's our first question?
Metal Matt 2510 asked if there are any new Alien games in the works.
There is, as far as we know, Metal Matt, only Cold Iron Studios' upcoming game. We don't really know a great deal about it at the minute, other than that it's going to be a persistent online shooter. So Connor's up, Taylor's up with a nice little sumo figurine. Like the Vidalane has the Dippy Bird there. And Samuel's has probably been up a long time. Any more?
Catherine Kruger asked how the new kitten is.
The kitten is absolutely fantastic, thank you, Sailing Rabbit. I'm surprised she isn't already here trying to get tangled in all the wires that I've had to drape across the living room, because I'm not doing this from the safety of the office now. I've had to come and take over the living room, that's why my beautiful lady sat there in the background with nothing else to do. Verlaine, you on the lookout for a navigational officer? I have a friend that's just lost his ship and he's looking for work. I can vouch for him, he's got good papers. Same old story, the megacorps undercut him, picked up all his clients. Contracts are getting harder to come by for the smaller companies. I'm thinking of getting out myself while I still have something to sell. Sounds like you're doing okay though. Dropped by the docks and heard you'd shipped out. Sevastopol station. What a shithole. Still, I hear Weyland-Yutani pays well. Good luck to you. If you can't beat them right, let's catch up when you get back. So I'm playing this on the Switch with just one of the additional controllers that you can get. So it's actually the controller's a little backwards actually. Where I'm used to being enter is go back on here. All our codes for anybody interested. Well, it's time to get changed. Yeah, Metal, Matt, hope for the future does look really, really interesting. To be honest, I wouldn't have thought it would have got Foxed, because Fox has a history of only really going after fan projects that are similar to what they're doing. So I think it's relatively safe, but I don't know if it's going to be safe from Disney, because I don't know how they're going to behave with the fan-made stuff.
Ah, Ripley.
Samuels, did you wake up early?
Well, I don't really need as much sleep as the rest of you. I was just inspecting the Torrens facilities. A well-maintained ship.
I do plan on trying it on VR though, I must be honest. I'm looking forward to doing that video.
M-class.
We'll get webcam set up for that.
But close in spec.
I've worked engineering jobs on ships like this.
Of course. Is Taylor up yet? She's not a seasoned traveler. Hypersleep may have been punishing for her.
Haven't seen her. I'll go check on her.
Yeah, it's hard to know for sure how Disney's going to behave with the franchise, because yeah, it doesn't really fit their family-friendly brand. But they've never been shy about putting out adult content before under different banners. Disney was the owning studio of Miramax when they put out Pulp Fiction.
Taylor, good morning.
Ripley, it's certainly not good. I very much doubt it's morning either.
Chris wants to know if you want to have a
Sorry.
date next Thursday.
I feel like death. I don't know how you people put up with hypersleep regularly.
You get
Chris,
used to
I'll
it.
check the diary
I don't do
and
long haul very often.
I'll see if
Legal execs
it's a
don't
free
travel
day
further
for you
than
to
the
come
coffee
down.
machine.
I'm surprised Weyland-Yutani felt the need to send legal at all.
The loss of the Nostromo and its cargo cost the company a lot
Yeah,
of
exactly,
money.
Alistair.
It's important we
I
find
think
out what
I think
happened.
Dallas was awesome
If I
as
can close the case with a conclusive
that kind of
accident
surrogate
report,
dad in
it'll
the
look
book.
great
I
with
really
my
enjoyed him in
superiors.
it.
I'm sorry. That was insensitive. Realize your mother has been missing for 15 years and you...
It's okay. We'll both get what we want, right?
Have you seen Samuels? He's probably been up for hours.
All personnel to the bridge. Approaching Sevastopol station.
Looks like we're up.
Catherine the cat's about. She's here now. Hey Taylor, I got your case request. It may take me a while to dig out the files, and the incident happened before my time at the company, so I'm a bit fuzzy on the details. In 21-22, the Weyland-Yutani cargo vessel, the USCSS Nostromo, went missing. No trace was found of its cargo or crew, apart from a new science officer. The rest of the crew had worked together before. 7 in all. Weyland-Yutani lost a lot of money from it, and it's a bit of a black mark in the history. Get the impression they don't like to mention it. And I see that's a bit of a contradiction to the Isolation novel, actually, because everybody knew about it in the Isolation novel. Anyway, I'll try and find the files later, clarify some of the points. If you want, I can help you go through them. Maybe some of your luck will rub off on me. I hear upstairs have an eye on you for something big. And I shan't read through that, but for anybody interested. So I do like this updated look to the Nostromo. I know the Torrens is supposed to be old herself, but it's got a nice little extra polished feel that I think worked quite well as an updated and in good condition version of the ship.
Hope you all had a restful journey.
The Torrens is in very good order for an old M-class captain.
She was a wreck when I bought her. Took a few years and a lot of contracts to refit. She pays for herself now.
You said we're approaching Sevastopol station. Are we docking?
I believe your contact is Marshal Waits, is that right? I'll hail Sevastopol and arrange boarding with him.
Good. Let's get this done.
Don't worry, Miss Taylor. Routine. In and out. Connor, how we doing?
SMG loaded and calibrated. Approach vector locked.
Prep comm so I can say hello.
So the lip stink's still a bit out like on the PC version.
You can watch the approach on the monitors.
Can we see it?
Switch to monitors. Sevastopol station.
Is that damage?
It looks like damage.
See, I never really thought this cutscene put across, that damage aspect. I don't know about you guys, but I can't really see anything there.
This is a commercial.
I suppose there's a bit of smoke coming down off the bottom of it, but is that just the horizon of the planet?
We're carrying 3 passengers on a
Weyland-Yutani Bond. You're holding the Nostromo flight recorder unit. We request immediate permission to transfer the passengers port side over.
We'll try and do crew expandable in VR.
Hello, Marshal? Marshal, this is the Torrens. Say again?
Yes, very true. I don't doubt Amanda's engineering expertise. I just think the cutscene in particular, even here, I can't see any massively notable damage there. But
comm seem pretty
that might be me
up,
being blind.
So I fitted Samuel's suit with a radio booster. I can only keep the Torrens in transit for 24 hours.
You'll have heard from us by then.
I do love Samuels. I love that the game never makes a big deal out of him being a synthetic.
Stand by. My contract doesn't cover bloody spacewalks. It's the only option, and it's perfectly safe if you do what I tell you. Depressurizing. Fuck. Hating this. Just shout on me, Taylor. You too, Samuels.
Affirmative.
To be honest, I think an alien's isolation might be better from the perspective of a colonist, you know, Newt or something. Because I think it still retain a lot of the core elements of isolation and its mechanics. But obviously, just being in an alien setting.
Taylor Ripley, hold on!
One of the developers actually spoke about his desire to do a game or some missions from Newt's perspective. That was a good catch.
Samuels!
That was some good luck there.
Taylor! Respond! Anybody! Okay.
Oh, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, though. I mean, it was just something they spoke about back when they were making the game. Yeah, I don't disagree at all there, Chris. I really don't. I mean, I think you can make a shooter with the alien still being killable, but still being a threat. You know, I haven't played it myself, but everybody speaks about how punishing, you know, the Resurrection game is. You know, prior to this, Resurrection was the was the tough alien game. I will get to that one eventually, but it's just one I never picked up when it was out the first time, and I just haven't got around to playing it. You know, this game does look as beautiful on the Switch as it did on the PC. You know, Ferrell did a great job porting it across, especially in docked mode. It loses a bit in handheld mode, obviously, because the screen's a lot smaller and not quite as high quality as a big 40 whatever inch screen I've got. I love the save stations as a mechanic in this game. So we can get to where we're going from either side here. Not as far as I know, Roman. It's just planned for digital at the minute. But it does seem like there are certain sort of companies out there that will do limited physical releases of digital-only releases. I don't know the names offhand. Somebody mentioned it in a reply to us on Twitter, actually. So, boys and girls, you've probably heard whispers about Sevastopol by now, and I confirm it's official. Sevastopol is being decommissioned. I will go over with each of you what that means in regards to contracts and next placement, but for now we still have a job to do. The suits want this done with a skeleton crew, because of course they do, which means we'll only be getting a few outside contractors to help, but it does mean overtime. I recommend taking what you can while it's available. I should point out that the decommission does not mean lucky dip. Everything here has to be accounted for, and I will personally escort anybody found helping themselves to equipment to Marshall. Now you know that equipment is not being accounted for. Bookkeeping in companies is terrible. And the first many punishing moments for Amanda. I used to think Lara Croft was the most abused video game woman until I played this. Give up.
God damn.
Do you think Hoop from Alien Out of the Shadows is dead?
I hope Hoop is alive. I really do. Oh my life. Cat, stop it. I really hope Hoop's alive. I loved him. I loved him. I like to think that conveniently he was picked up by some nearby ship that just happened to be there because of plot, and they wanted to make sure he was saved. Now, in terms of world building and lore, you know, I actually really loved this whole early sequence with the sort of spaceflight terminal. You know how it echoes the echoes an airport, because well, how would it not if you know if you're doing large scale interstellar travel for tourists and workers. So this was all something I really enjoyed seeing in the game. I thought that Creative Assembly did a fantastic job with the world building aspects of this. Sizzy, are you watching with Adam?
Hello? Anyone here?
Yes.
But we remember the code from yesterday, don't we? Isn't it 1702?
0340.
0340. I guess we're going to find out in a second.
What do you think of Dorothy, and do you think a termination will ever be possible?
So, I'm only a filthy Terminator casual. I'm not massively into it. So I actually enjoyed it. You know, I did think there was a 0340. Was that what you said? For the code. Okay, yeah, remembered it. Langley, if you're looking for our stash, I've moved it. You left it right out in the open where anybody could have taken it. Jesus, do you know what I had to do to get it? I've hidden it in one of the storerooms. You should be able to find it. The code is 0340. Don't worry, no one goes down to the terminal anymore. Not after what happened. Also, we're out of meds and low on water, so you're going to need to get some. It's your turn. Maybe it'll teach you to take care of our stuff in future. Anna is angry. Oops, I didn't finish reading that. We've had a long journey together, but sadly it's coming to an end. Seegson Corp would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who worked and lived at Sevastopol over the years, and hope that Seegson has helped to make it a productive and rewarding environment. Our investment and belief in the station has never wavered. Be assured that Seegson's Apollo Central AI and Working Joe androids will be there to serve Sevastopol until the last rivet is removed. Wish you all the very best for the future. After all, Sevastopol isn't just a station, it's a people. empty platitudes from a company. You know, Alien's always done really well at sort of portraying that carelessness
Harris, Turner,
from corporate big man.
We have a track somewhere in engineering. Lock the terminal down, kill the power, and don't forget your reports. Make them thorough. We're gonna need our paperwork to be bulletproof when this shit's over. Waits up.
So yeah, I did enjoy Dark Fates. I didn't think it was perfect, but I thought it was better than all the other sequels. It is overall too repeated, I think, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. But again, I'm only a filthy casual, so I know it hasn't gone down with most of the Terminator fan base.
Alistair asked who were best for Richter, Hicks or Hooper.
Oh, Hicks or Hooper for Ripley. I don't know, I feel like I'd have to give it to my digital namesake. Because, you know, it'd be betrayal if I didn't. Oh, for flip's sake. What was it, 0340?
0340.
Yeah.
How do you remember pins?
You know what, I'm terrible. This is why I have a notepad at work, because I can't remember all my numbers. Who's Hooper? Hooper is a character from Alien Out of the Shadows, which was the first book that Titan did when they got hold of the license in 2014, I think. And he just ended up being something of a, you know, standout character, I guess. For everybody. Yeah, Hicks is better for everybody. Yeah, that's a novel. What I get for looking at the screen. Again, another
What the hell happened?
Another aspect to this game that I love. I love the visuals just of this spaceflight terminal. I'll check out the board at a later one because there'll be a star system that you guys should recognise. Come on, just tell me that doesn't look gorgeous. Oh no, how are we ever going to get over there? The door's locked. You know, with the light shining directly in here, I'd like to think she actually saw us. It makes sense to check out the big windows. Run around Rex. We'll never get to see what it looks like. Thetis there, name dropped.
Sevastopol, as well as providing executive suites for traveling businessmen.
See, I wondered yesterday who shut the shutters actually, Rooftop. Zoe, I'm sorry, but I don't need you to come in next week. As you know, the store's been in trouble for some time now, and I couldn't hold off the creditors any longer. There's just no one coming to Sevastopol anymore. It's not just us either. Sounds like the whole station is in the red and they're pulling the plug. Going to sell it off for scrap, I guess. I was speaking to one of the engineers and he reckons they'll announce it soon. I'm telling you this so you don't stick around looking for another job. Sevastopol's finished. Time to move on. No scheduled flights leaving Sevastopol. And just some fluff on Apollo.
Julia Jones, today's update. After numerous demands, Marshal Waits finally called a public meeting to address the rumors that have been circulating on Sevastopol. But instead of the answers we wanted, he continued to be evasive, and after only a few minutes, he and his team were pelted by projectiles from an angry crowd. A gun was fired, there was panic, and now Waits and what's left of his team are forcibly ejecting us from the terminal. Feels like we're on our own now.
Barry, I do recommend the newer novels. Titans. I mean, the initial trilogy, the first three, shouldn't have been as good as they actually were because there was a couple of Fox mandated inclusions that the novels do really well in spite of. The Rage War built on those two novels, on the first two novels actually.
Place is falling apart.
Were actually really good. You know, a very refreshing take on Alien, Alien vs Predator actually, because it's an AVP series, if not in name, because they're all given separate licensed titles. So one's Alien, one's Predator, and one's AVP. And the Cold Forge is just Isolation is on the same sort of tier as the films. Cold Forge is the book equivalent of that. It's that simple. Cold Forge is phenomenal. And honestly, aside from the adaptation of this and Bug Hunt, the expanded universe and the novels have been fantastic. Even the young adult version. The young adult one that they did, Echo. And here we are, there it is at the bottom. Oh, still get used to my wheel. Oh. Arcturus. I wonder how many tourists head off over there. None at the minute, of course, but... I like that even, you know, that made an appearance in this, because it is a real star. It is a real star system, and all those on there were. Just love all the bodies on here as well. You know, such a creepy setup.
That's got to be the exit up ahead.
Should be locked. Should we try this again?
Reverse, this is Turner. I found the last power coupling. Took me a while, but it's off now. Just fitting the last security brace. Come find me when you shut yours down, and we can get the hell out of here. Jesus, man, I'm hearing noises everywhere. Every creak and...
yeah, it didn't. Colin Salmon made it through River of Pain. Bless him. Yeah, the audio dramas have actually been really good as well. You know, I've really been impressed with what Dirk Maggs has done with adapting those books. You know, it's been a good time as a fan as a fan of the EU lately. So if I remember rightly, we've got a generator around here somewhere to turn on. There we go. See, I think Phalanx is going to be pretty interesting, Catherine. I mean, the premise is wacky, but I genuinely think it's going to work. Because he wrote one of the few shorts in Bug Hunt that was genuinely good. I thought, he wrote Dangerous Prey, which was a story from the aliens' perspective. And it was good. It was good. It was one of like the 4 or 5 in that book that was good. I mean, If It Bleeds, which is the Predator equivalent, is a lot better. I don't think there was a single short in that anthology that I didn't like. That other interrogation room didn't look too happy, did it?
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, Dorian is just... I don't think I've ever hated a character as much as I have him. You know, he is the Joffrey of the Alien universe. But yeah, you know, that book was just shades of grey all around. You know, even the hero was wrong in her own way, while also being right. I seriously can't recommend that book enough.
I want to make a complaint to the highest authority, okay? My name is Zachary Watson. That's Watson.
No, you're not wrong, Catherine. It didn't do the Sulaco Marines justice. I enjoyed the Bishop one, in spite of knowing that it was probably not great, but the other stuff wasn't good. I found the Hicks one in particular to be really disappointing. That was probably the one I hate the most. But that's primarily because the author, Yvonne something, wrote the adaptation of Music of the Spears, the old Bantam and Millennium novels in the 90s, and that was probably one of my favourites. So I was expecting a lot more from her.
Heist? Look, if you can't even tell me your name, we're gonna be here a hell of a long time. I just want to know about your boss. He's got you all into a lot of trouble. He's gonna be accountable. I'm gonna make
exactly, Chris. When Dietrich forgot she was a medic. I think from Bug Hunt it was probably Dangerous Prey, the Pulse Rifle History one, Deep Undercover, which was Keith's. You know, again, he had a nice short in that, but then disappointed me with this full length. And this, I believe, is the end of level 1.
Stay still.
Okay.
Now turn around. Come on!
I'm Ripley.
Where'd you come from? Ripley?
Off station.
A ship.
There's no ships here!
There are now.
Well, that's good news, because things are not so good here. Something blue just now, rocked this whole place.
I saw it.
But lady, that's the least of our problems.
Yeah?
Yeah. Something's on this station. Something you wouldn't believe.
Like what?
A killer. You get it?
Okay. Okay. What's your name?
Axel.
Yes, it's very reminiscent of Golic.
Yay. We
Might
got
just be the British
separated by the
voice there.
blast. Can you help me find them?
Why?
Because you seem to know your way around.
I mean, why? What's in
I
it
love,
for me?
I love the big fat revolver in
Placed
this.
on the ship.
How do I know I can trust you?
I need to find comms. I need to contact my ship.
This is your lucky day.
Let's go, sweetheart. Seegson Comms is in the Systex Spire. It's quite a distance, but we can get to a transit through the freight area. But watch yourself. We can get into all sorts of trouble there, okay?
It's a shame we didn't get the story DLC with this, and you know we didn't get to. I think Axel had some Survivor stuff, but he didn't get a story
on, I
stuff.
don't want to stick around
Would have been
for long.
interesting to have had stuff with him.
Was that you following me back there?
I had to keep my distance. Can't take any chances. Stick close to me.
What?
Hey, don't move.
Oh, okay. We're not looking for trouble. Who are you?
I'm John. This is Ringo. They're just some assholes.
To know the Beatles
We
are
haven't got time
still
for this. Come on, Jenna.
enjoyed this far in the future.
Can you help us?
We don't need their help.
Don't tell them anything. Look, I've got the elevator working. Jana, let's go, okay?
I'm sorry. Good luck.
What the hell was
Things
that
aren't
about?
too wild. I
Why are you
mean,
so
he didn't
damn
kill him.
aggressive?
Everyone's running shit scared, keeping to their own. Safer that way. I hope this ship of yours is the real McCall.
I love the light effects in this.
Hold up. Let me get the elevator. Allow me. Place is old. Needs a special touch. Well, what are you waiting for? Hit the button. Keep the noise down here. There might be people around.
I'd appreciate it if you told me what the hell was going on. Right now.
Listen, darling. When we get to the ship, we can kick back, braid each other's hair, and chat all you want.
Yeah, when we get to my ship. I
Yeah.
need to know what's going on. Right fucking now.
Fine. Like I said, there's a killer.
A killer? What does that even mean?
I ain't seen it, but it's here. Picking us off one by one.
What are you saying? A psycho? A person?
No, something else. A monster.
Do kind of wonder how much she believes him at this point, because, you know, surely there has been the occasional creature encountered, you know what, with all the bug hunt comments. You know, I know it's supposed to be a wild goose chase kind of thing, but the way it sort of evolved over the years.
Shit, we need to move. This way. Get down.
This is bullshit, man. You should be looking for a way off.
Are you crazy? There's no way off. At least we're safe down here.
For how long? What if they come for us?
Then we shoot the crap out of them. Now shut up. You're making me nervous.
This is some bullshit.
trouble. We'll have to go round them. Follow me.
Tell us that how many people do you think are on Sevastopol?
Oh. A good few hundred, I imagine, at least.
Friends of yours?
I've had run-ins with those guys.
I don't know, off 1,000, maybe 1,000.
Like me.
I can't remember if it's touched on in the logs at all.
You want to go and say hello? It's your funeral. Those guns aren't for show.
Someone should be doing something.
They are. It's
Spoilers, Sizzy. Spoilers.
Everyone's turning on each other. The fear, it makes people crazy.
I've noticed. You've been living here?
What can I say? My butler's on holiday.
Oh yeah, played it on.
Grab what you need.
This was the bit I was
You know when
playing
you'll get another chance.
on the handheld when you were watching telly.
Been hunkered down here for a week now, waiting
What's
for
Axel
ship.
been reading?
Waiting for you, I guess.
The Android Brain.
It can get pretty dark around here. You should take that flashlight over there.
So I don't know.
Make sure you
Seems
stock up
like a
on
bit of a
batteries.
well-read man. Intelligent fella, if he's reading about androids, I think.
Just be careful not to flash it around. We don't want to get caught.
Which one's
Let's
the
go.
Y button on here?
This way.
Let me save Axel. Well, a bit dangerous having his music on though while he's hiding.
What now?
I'll watch the vent. There's another vent right here somewhere. I marked it so I wouldn't forget it.
So it looks like we're
How
still
about
sort of
you
in
look
the
We're not going anywhere until you find that
space
vent.
flight terminal area. Oh, but we know it's here.
Axel, is this it?
Hold on. I'm coming.
Got any collectibles? Oh yeah, we want some flashlight batteries.
I knew it was here somewhere. See? Got it covered. Come on.
That special touch.
It's not smart to stay here too long.
Is the way everyone travels around here?
Just those that want to stay alive, sweetheart. Torrent,
You know, it's
so that's your
disappointing
ship.
that novels didn't go into more of his background. I don't know why, I like Axel.
Quiet.
Maybe it's just because he's got such a memorable
I hear
first
ya.
part in
Will
the
do.
game.
Gotta go meet the others. Something's going down. There's always something going down.
Come on. We don't want to piss him off. We'll make it through this, I promise.
Follow me.
So apparently these are a huge obstacle to get over. Hey Sizzy, it's your friends. The creeper watching them.
Okay, gotta be quiet here. Don't shine that flashlight.
must just skipped a bit of dialogue there. Or I didn't trigger it.
What just happened?
It just turned itself off? No, somebody's here.
Check it out. Everyone with me.
No, Catherine, that's the cat. She's just being a nuisance, running around jingling balls.
Doesn't seem to be broken. How would you know, Einstein? Now, maybe the safety got tripped.
Could have been a rodent. Got stuck in it, set off the safety.
A rat. Big fucking rat to do that.
Well, I don't know.
Someone is fucking with us. Probably the stuff.
That's a scary thought.
That's why we've got guns. Come on, help me find the switch to get it started again.
They do have guns. The guys from Alien AVP Requiem are quite pleased. Oh, Ridgetop, people wanna hear the extra tidbits. It's our duty to be risking our necks for those extra little smidgens of dialogue. Just a bit of boring fluff about how this next bit works. That is poor inventory. 4 aspins. You think that means pill or, you know, box of pills? No chocky, no chocky. It's just not acceptable. You know what's up, Axel? Ooh, there's no need for the fighting stance.
Ridgetop said, can you turn off the film grain from the Switch version?
Bowls? Do you have bowls of aspirin in America? And I don't know if you can turn off the film grain. I haven't looked. I shall check, actually, if I press the right button, because I always manage to take screenshots. Because there's 4 blinking thingy menu switches in this. And the buttons. That wouldn't be in game, would it? It'd be in video. Yeah, so film grain intensity is on here. You can turn it down if you want. It's never really been a setting I've bothered with. I've just left it as default. Yeah.
Catherine's mentioned how her...
They missed skip some dialogue there as well.
Fuck you! Get here now! I've got the thieving son of a bitch!
Yeah, Luna wants attention. She's having a zoomies at the minute. So we pretty much came straight in and got food, fed her, and then came on this. So she's probably feeling neglected. She's settled down between my legs now. It's just skipping dialogue at the minute. That's...
Come on!
I shall explain after this in a second.
Because he was going to kill me, you saved my life.
Yes, this is on the Switch.
Survival.
Metal Mat 2510.
Do you understand?
Not yet. It's not due out until the 6th of December, I think. Got an early review copy.
Axel.
I love this moment. That's the end of Axel, guys.
What the hell was that thing?
So, Michael, I have a little thing called an Elgato capture device, and it's just a little HDMI switch.
I keep moving.
So you put the HDMI from the console into it, and then out from the other side into the telly, and then you plug it into your laptop, your desktop, whatever. I'm playing downstairs at the minute, so it's on the laptop. And then yeah, the inbuilt software lets you do it. Yeah, Xander, trying to do a bit more. This music moment is absolutely intense at this point. I think the alien can actually come and get you if you don't get on the tram when it shows up, but otherwise you're perfectly safe. But the music's just kicks in and it's just accelerates that heart rate. Yeah, Ridgetop's right in terms of the major differences, yeah, between on the Switch. I really like the HD rumble, I must be honest. That's really intense when you are using it on the motion tracker because it will rumble that point. The gyroscopic stuff I haven't played with yet.
Sandra asked if there's anything majorly different. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you know, Alistair, it really was a miracle that we got this game. You know, especially after the trash that was Colonial Marines. You know, this thing was an absolute, it was a godsend. You know, this is one of the high points in the entire series, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I wish they released modding tools for every game, Matt. I really do. It does if we stick around, but we didn't want to stick around. We will get to see the alien Meg, don't you worry. I can't remember how far off we are. It might be another
Communication technologies, tech support services, and Gemini exoplanet solutions. Sevastopol transit system is reporting a service today.
Mix 61466. How do you look in handheld mode?
Not as good, obviously, because the screen's a lot smaller, and I'm not actually sure what sort of quality is it. Is it 1080? I'd have to look it up. I mean, it still looks good, and it plays good. It feels a little bit more awkward, I must be honest, compared to playing it on the controller like I am now. But you know, it worked. Oh damn it! Took a screenshot again. But it worked perfectly fine. Find an elevator to seek some communication. Not much to this level, is there? Not this bit, I mean. This is where we meet our friendly humans, isn't it? It's been fine. It's not been anything.
Stay back!
Shit!
Oh, I managed it.
Over here! Someone's here!
That was a bit janky input there.
1466 asked if you're going to be doing a written review.
I think I will be, Michael. I think I will. I was considering a video review as well, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. The battery's over there. If it'll reach, if the cable will reach. If you join in and you didn't hear earlier, I am actually joined by my girlfriend, who is reading the comments out to me and the questions. Because she had nothing better to do, is what she just said.
I want you to leave work now. Collect Claire, pick up the cat, and head home. We need to find someplace safe until Seegson sends a ship.
Getting the cat, this guy's got his priorities sorted.
I saw a guy from down the hall. I can't remember his name. The one in the dirty baseball cap, weird smell. He had something in his coat. I think it was a gun. He just looked right through me. Don't talk to anyone. Don't tell them where you're going. I'll meet you as soon as I can.
I can't remember if I managed to get all the tags on my PC playthrough. I think I did, because I'm pretty sure the only things I've got left to do is finish the game without dying on the PC. Oh, 2 seconds, guys. I don't think that's going to reach, babe. Yeah, it's on that side. Oh no, it's down there. It's on the bottom. You gotta get the little pointy bit. There you go. Right, there we go. We have made an absolute mess of our downstairs living room with just cables everywhere.
She was trying to hack the elevator's security. Circuits are fried.
I think we just plugging the laptop in.
Just need to find a new data cell.
Change that. There we go. What's your thing? Okay. Right. You know, as much as I love I've played through the game probably about 4 times, so you know, I don't know it as intimately as Alicia from Facebook. So a lot of this is still a little bit of exploration for me, so it still keeps it a little fresh, which I really like, just because of how much I enjoy playing through this.
See anything yet?
Did you see your shout out from Xander?
Oh, thanks. And see
Don't have a revolver yet.
pick up the cat.
Yeah, it was a message that was playing earlier while you were doing this. Somebody left a little voicemail about picking the cat up. Oh, isn't there a save point around here? That's where I die, because I haven't been saving.
Alistair actually likes Alien 3.
You know what, Alistair? I like Alien 3 too. It's got its issues, it does, but I enjoy it in spite of its issues.
The movie that actually turns me completely away from Ripley.
Who said that? Oh, shoot.
Not me.
There's a dude there.
It's the reason I hate Ripley.
It had to be done, I guess, but it was your idea, not mine.
Oop! I'm about to die. I'm not getting the don't kill any humans achievement for this. You know, I don't actually know how the trophies work on the Switch. Oh, it's fine. No, you're completely right, Xander. It's not really hated anymore. You know, the assembly cut did a lot towards. Oh, look at that, gorgeous. Did a lot towards renewing sort of goodwill towards that film. You know, the assembly cut still has some of the same fundamental issues, but I think people, you know...
I think she went downstairs. Come on.
Balls.
I'm not going down there. No way.
She's got your hack tool.
It didn't work. We'll find another way out. We've been here too long already.
It's not supposed to show up yet. It'd be lovely if I could find a save point. I Ridgetop, it felt like I had a little fumble there with the sprint and the crouch earlier. First bit of difficulty I have had. I don't know whether that was me just being daft, fumbling on the controller, or if it was input latency there.
Totally agree with that. Alistair said he preferred it Ox being shows rather than the dogs. He hates when Dog dies in movies and TVs.
You see,
Totally agree with that.
I think it's human nature that we hate when dogs die on TV and films, and I think it works better for it because it's an emotional shortcut. So I actually prefer the dog burster for that reason. So I don't feel like the Ox has any impact. Yeah, it was cool that the PO boys got to do that with the LA and Blade Runner stuff. That's something I'd love to do, but you do need to have some capital behind you to get your guests booked and get your venue booked and stuff like that. It's just not something I see realistically happening for us. Yeah, I know. Me and Ridgetop have talked about it, but it's just I don't see it being realistic. I mean, if the Alien Legacy boys ever want to put on another one like they did for the 25th of Alien, I'd be more than happy to help them out with that. But financially, I think it's a bit difficult. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
It looks like he's seen some bullet holes.
Oh God, the flight recorder. What? No! God damn it!
At least she knows how to read those input keys.
Okay. Stay focused.
Thank you, Catherine. Honestly, it's something I'd love to do. I have thought about what sort of events, side things I'd put on, the kind of guests I'd like to have. But again, it's just not one of those things that that I think is realistic at the minute. If I could only pick 2 guests. Oh, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. Probably be one of the cloning marines, I don't know which. Michael Bean if he's in a good mood. Oh, Sigourney Weaver cost a fortune. Yeah, I mean, remember how much it cost us? £100 just for the signature. Well, thanks, Andrew. I appreciate the.
This is Chief Porter and tech support. Look, there's nothing on this flight recorder waits. We've broken God knows how many.
Yeah, I went to the showing just before she showed up, I think. Me and Chris went actually. It was above you, metal.
So either someone on board the Nostromo asked its mother core to wipe.
That was such a good event. I really enjoyed that.
It's been corrupted before it got here. Care to fill me in on why this was a priority job?
That was the one in London with the live music, yeah.
Did she end up showing up?
Yeah, she went to the showing after we did. I think James Cameron did, and Gail Hurd, the producer. What's up?
Give me a break.
I do still need to play Dead Space. I started it. I think I played through the first 3 missions or so. Yes, of course you would want Mark Ralston there, Catherine. He played Drake, the guy with the big gun. Yeah, Catherine's would obsessed be fair to say, Catherine? I know I love it, Ridgetop. I know I was enjoying it when I was playing. Uh-oh. I think this is the moment. Let's have a quick look around before we trigger anything that we might regret.
I got another question, but I'm going to wait till after Alien.
What makes you think an alien's coming?
You just said.
Oh, I just said it was a big moment.
Okay, I don't ask the question. Sandra asked, do you think that they might do something similar to Alien War for Alien's anniversary? I don't think that they will do another fan film contest.
Yeah.
Now that Disney is in charge.
You know what, Xander? I have no idea. I would love something similar. Apparently, Gary and the other guy's name, who I can't remember, who actually did the original Alien War, had been trying to get another one started up last couple of years ago, just about when Covenant was coming out. But it ended up, Alien Escape ended up sort of taking precedence, and that thing happened rather than War. I enjoyed Escape. I would have rather War, to be honest, so that was a little disappointing. But I certainly hope they do something along that scale, especially with like what they've been doing with the Star Wars stuff. Where's it, Galaxy's Edge? I mean, I don't know how that compares. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so I haven't really followed that kind of stuff.
Susie Bubble said, trigger the big lad.
I'll trigger the big lad after I've had a look at these. Chief, the good news is that I'm about 80% through archiving Sevastopol's internal mail system for the decommissioning. It's being disconnected from Apollo, but I've left the basic messaging system in place for people still here. The bad news is, whoever set it up in the first place skimped on the hardware, and we've had some leaks. I've got Mike Tanaka looking into it now. Mike Tanaka, if you guys weren't around for that, is the name of like a little random sort of Twitter account that was posting in the lead up to Isolation's release. So it had, you know, like little sketches of the alien and stuff like that. It wasn't a big thing, you know, they didn't push it in massive amounts, but it was a nice little thing that I'm glad this at least mentions.
Release the Stompy.
Release the Stompy. Desolation through isolation. The space station that nobody needed. These entry pieces by Julia Jones, a bit of world building that I really love in this, you know, because it really gives you a sense of Seegson and Sevastopol. The space station that nobody wanted, run by a company we all forgot. Sevastopol is now a backwater. The population is a tenth of the station's optimal capacity. Docking bays are empty and the shutters are down on local stores and businesses. The orders for Seegson's cheaply manufactured androids have long since dried up, and the antiquated Apollo governing AI system frequently malfunctions. How did we get here, and more importantly, where have billions of dollars of investment gone? My name is Julia Jones. I have lived on Sevastopol for 2 months compiling this report for the Colonial Times, discovering the price our second-tier corporations have paid for their overexpansion during the race into the Outer Rim.
Alistair asked who is the best exomorph?
Xenomorph
Survivor apart from Wesley. Sorry.
No, I'm playing because they say things like xenomorphs in some of the games, and it always bugs me. Who is the best survivor? Well, Amanda Ripley, certainly. Oh, let's take a moment.
I liked the woman from Prometheus, but then she died.
I didn't like Shaw. I never liked Shaw. Look at that. That is beautiful. Guarantee if you're playing this in handheld mode at that point that the console would have been going crazy with the HD rumble there. Zula, yeah, Zula's good as well, Chris, you're not wrong there. Yeah, the lady from the first Alien vs Predator. Yeah, that's Lex. Yeah, like Lex is alright. I mean, she doesn't come across as a cheap Ripley knockoff the way Daniels does. I feel kind of naked without my motion tracker, I must be honest here.
Why don't you have it?
I don't pick it up yet. I'm gonna go save before I go upstairs. Oh babe, it's like the hot food machines in Japan.
Oh yeah. Did we ever? No, you never actually tried.
No,
that.
we never tried the hot food machines.
There was one in the airport.
Yeah, no, but we never tried them. Yeah, it seems to hear it more in tense situations, Matt. You know, like when you're in the not the vents, when you're in the lockers, or generally nearby, I guess. Sound design in this game is just phenomenal. I'm so glad they won awards for that.
Sander likes Harrison from AVP2.
Yes. Oh, how could I forget Harrison?
I wouldn't know. I'll ever see that.
No, it's not the film, it's the game. I told you you are welcome to watch AVP Requiem when you want. You just I don't want to watch it with you. Kind of feel like now would be a bad time to stop and admire the view. Yeah, I'm sure they won a BAFTA, Metal Matt. I'm sure they did. I thought it was the sound design one they took home. And I'll have to I'll double check now because you got me questioning myself. But I'm sure they took some BAFTAs home for this. Did I find the number? Sounds like Stompy's already here. Did I miss the action? Oh, there it is. It's gone up, it's gone up. I've played this through before where he's... Oh, he might still come and harass me now.
Sander said, so did you all see the rumour of the Predator TV show on Disney Plus? I personally believe it's BS.
Yes, Sander, I've seen that rumour. It's from... we got this covered.com or something like that, and they're just an absolute BS website when it comes to news. They post all sorts of crap. So in general, if you see news from we got this covered, just ignore it because I am. So, Stompy's actually being nice to us there.
Matt said, if when I finish the multi-alien mod, would you guys be interested in giving it a go?
Certainly would be, Matt. I think it's going to be pants crap inducing, but I was certainly thinking of giving that a video and giving that a playthrough. Chris is perfectly right there. Lower life expectation.
That's fine, you've already gone by your mark.
I have. I thought I was going to die by 30, so I'm plus a month or so. And that, I believe, is another level. And I think, guys, we may call it quits here for the night.
You can carry on if you want.
That's fine.
All visitors must report to reception.
been saved.
Yeah, auto saved is that little thing in the corner. Matt, I don't know how that is even going to be possible playing with that many aliens. That is how insane I think it's going to be. So I'm very curious to see how it goes. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to do that.
When are you going to go back and do the rest then?
I don't know. When do you think we should do some more? We're not going to have time tomorrow, are we? Because we'll be at cinema. That Thursday. Okay, we will come back and do another 2 hours on Thursday night, probably about the same time. To continue the game, I was actually just wanting to check to see if I'd hit the level marks. I don't know when the specific level marks end on this one. So actually, you're seeing the load time in action here. Whoever asked about that earlier, and it's not the worst, but it is still a bit of a wait. And thank you, Xander. I know Megan appreciates it.
Martin, what's resolution did the game run at?
No, Matt knows there. That's good. See, I never played it on the old consoles. I only ever played it on the PC. And I think by this point I always had a relatively nice gaming PC. So it was... Yep, so we've done the first 3 missions and it's took us about an hour and a half, nearly. Yeah. So thank you everybody who has... Creative Assembly up to much. Yeah, they're working on some sort of new, I think Destiny-ish sort of franchise. I don't think they've really announced much about it though. So I mean, if you watch them on Twitter, you'll see they've been posting stuff and posting job adverts and little tidbits and pieces like that. And thank you, Alistair. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching along with us. Thank you for everybody who's been watching along with us. Again, you know, we've not really done much live streaming as an outlet, so I appreciate everybody who has joined in to see what we like, see what the crack is, and it looks like you guys enjoyed it. You know, there's plenty of interaction. So I don't feel like this has been a waste of 2 hours talking to myself, doing nothing while playing a game. So I will try and post up, you know, warnings in advance, and so you guys know when we're going up. And we'll see you on Thursday. Bye, guys and girls.